So I always share my work, my travel, different things. But the one thing I often don't feel like I share enough of is family stuff. And recently, this summer, we ended up doing a big family trip to Europe. So we went to Paris, Nice, and then Rome. What an experience it was.
Yeah, lean towards
Well, the trip started off with a bang. Literally leaving our house to go to the airport, and I had all the luggage in. I had the trunk open, and I pulled out of the garage and never closed the trunk, and it hit up against the house and shattered the glass, the tempered glass in the Yukon, the back window. The shocks were broken. I was like, why did I do that? That's how the trip started. Of course, when leading up to the trip, everyone's like, you gotta go here, you gotta see this. No one ever said, yeah, traveling to Europe with a toddler in a stroller, that's gonna be tough. No one, not one single person. They wanted us to fail. They wanted to laugh at us.
Yeah, there's more stairs though.
Are they really?
Yeah, look. All that did was save us from that.
I was not prepared for the amount of stairs. It was non-stop stairs. In Nice was probably the smoothest. There wasn't as many stairs, but then you want to go to the top of this area where there's like this beautiful waterfall, and well, guess what? You got to take stairs. There's a lot of stairs to get to the top. Rome was tough. Rome was another one. And Leo is the kid that needs to be running. He's the kid that needs to be burning energy. And you can't let him just run around. And I did not want to use the leash. I did not want to be those people with the leash. My wife pulled it out a couple times, but I was like, I walked the other way. He's just a wild man. I mean, look, this photo tells you everything about him. Look at him. He's just cheesing so hard. He's just an explorer. He's a curious dude. He's an adventurer. He loves to be out in the world. And I can relate to that because that's exactly who I am.
We're trying to order ice. We're trying to order iced coffee. They ain't got no ice.
I want an Americano, which is big.
There's your life lesson for day 2. Got our lesson. No, they have no ice in Paris.
I love iced coffee. My wife and I are iced coffee people. Like, I'm the weirdo that will have iced coffee sometimes even in the winter. That's how I get down. And to our surprise, in Europe, like the first day we were there, we're like, can we have an iced coffee? Of course, we don't speak French. My mother-in-law speaks a little bit. She tells us what the word ice is. So I'm like, ice. And they're like, oh, okay. Why would you do that, right? That's kind of the look they give you. But then they accommodate you and they give you ice. They literally drop like 2 cubes. It melts immediately. So now it turns into espresso and water because the ice melts. But there was no ice. Love you, Starbucks. But I was like, I'm not going to go to Starbucks. I got to check out these other places. When I saw Starbucks, I ran my ass into the Starbucks. Why? Because I knew they had ice. And boy, did they have ice. They had lots of ice. When we said extra ice, they gave us a separate cup of ice. Thank you, Starbucks, for saving us in that realm. Anyway, so if you like iced coffee, I suggest you pack your own ice. I don't know how you're gonna do it. That's not for me to figure out. That's for your video and for you to figure out. And if you figure it out, then you tag me in that video because I want to understand how you took ice to Europe. We had a lot of food. A lot of food. And the food was something that I was like, yeah, I was excited about. I was excited about the coffee. It's all espresso based. We started drinking espresso like straight up, which I don't feel like we often do here at home. It was a lot of cappuccinos, but it felt smooth drinking espresso there.
This is breakfast in Rome, just so you know. This is perfectly normal. Not frowned upon. If I ate this back home, people would be like, this is my kind of breakfast.
Like, when I buy clothes that is from like a European brand, they have like this slim fit. Everything is slim fit. How the hell do you wear slim fit clothes when for breakfast all you're having is coffee and pastries? That's all they eat in the morning is pastries and coffee. How do you stay slim? There's but it was so good. And also food-wise, like I don't know if I'm saying this right, the cacapepe. We're gonna put up subtitles so you understand what I'm saying, like, because I'm not saying it right, but that was amazing. It was a lot of food, there was a lot of sightseeing. I would actually say probably my favorite part of the trip was being in Nice. There wasn't like a substantial amount of things that you need to check off the list of things you saw. What you need to see is the water. What you need to hear is the water. You're just sitting down, having a glass of wine, having some coffee, having a pastry, and just enjoying that. That's what it was all about. And so for me, it was just like a slower pace and what I needed. And that was actually an awesome part of the trip. We got a taste of it, and now I think that we're gonna go back at some point. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just my family and I spending almost 3 weeks in Europe bouncing around.